So hello, my name is Karen Ryan. I've been a part of the parish, oh my goodness, I bet for about 28 years. Most recently, I was on the Parish Care and Outreach Committee. And this year for the service weekend, we are really designating all of our resources for the Suneg Center. And I was asked to talk a little bit about how the Suneg Center affected me and my family. Several months ago, we had a guest come in and speak to our Parish Care Outreach Committee. And she was a woman who is now running the center and was just sharing her story about her life. It was interesting because after she shared her story, I had just kind of said to her, I had a personal experience with it and that my brother had actually spent some time there. And she said to me, well, what was your brother's name? And I shared my brother's name and she said, I knew him. It really touched my heart to know that she had known him, and it made me so happy to actually see somebody who was succeeding that had been there. Sometimes when we see these people on the street, we can think it's very far away, but I'm here to tell you my brother struggled with mental health issues and addiction issues. And he was in and out of being on the streets and in and out of being in jail, and was grateful personally that he had spent some time at the Suneg Center. It's important for us to remember sometimes when we see those people on the street that they have families. I can tell you personally, there was many nights that we wondered where he was lying his head or what he had to eat. We are the hands and feet of Christ. I feel that we have a responsibility for those that are struggling. They're in a place of hopelessness. And I'm so grateful for the Suneg Center and for what they do to help those. It's important for us to give them dignity. Sometimes it just seems like they're so far away. We can kind of cut ourselves from the human element of it. And it's important that we see them. I personally, when we first started this whole parish care outreach, I kind of had an idea, because personally I remembered there were many times when my brother was in need, and I knew I didn't want to give him money. I was afraid that he would buy drugs. But I wanted to be able to do things, and there would be times I would buy him a bus card. So if he wanted to apply for a job, he could get transportation. And so I kind of came up with this idea of this backpack or the little bags, because it's important, I feel, to give them the dignity of brushing their teeth, clean socks. But particularly stood out to me, which we did last year, was the little prayer cards or the notes from the students. My mom had given him a Divine Mercy card years prior, and when we were retrieving his things, that Divine Mercy card was in his wallet. And it just stood out to me that he still loved God, and he was probably searching for some sort of hope. And you just can't imagine just what a little thing like that could mean to somebody when they're feeling hopeless or in despair. We, as a pretty wealthy parish that sit on Dodge Street, have the unique opportunity to see a lot of people that are struggling. And we're called to be the hands and feet of Christ. And we have a unique opportunity to serve them and to be that light. So I personally would encourage you to come to the service weekend and be a part of being the hands and feet of Christ and bringing hope to those around us that struggle mentally or with addiction issues, just to be the light to them. So thanks again for considering coming this weekend, and we hope to see you there.